Is that Catman? I think that's Catman. Catman's here.
Stop the cap.
All right, everybody, welcome back for another episode of The Cap. And today, it is time, guys. It is time. I know you've been waiting on it. I know you've been waiting.
Hurry it up, William! We're hungry over here, look at us!
Solo Leveling, episode 1. It has been out for a couple of days now. Broke Crunchyroll. Can't believe it. Actually, I can. Makes sense. Alright, so Solo Leveling, episode 1. I'm not gonna go through a whole recap. You guys watch the episode. You're already locked in, right? I already know you are because I am, right? So what I do want to do is kind of go bit by bit, break down the stuff that people might not have really digested and allow everybody to have a better understanding of what's going on. And moving forward with the story, it'll be helpful because you're like, oh yeah, I remember that is happening because of so-and-so reason. That is my goal, so we're gonna try to get that started today. I know you guys saw at the beginning where it's 3 years ago, right? 3 years before the president's story. They are fighting what are called chimera ants. These ants are fucking menaces, all right? I just want you guys to know, like, the people that were fighting at the beginning of the episode and getting bodied, they weren't cannon fodder, all right? They weren't the best, but they were at least like A, B rank, lowest probably C rank hunters. They are really good hunters, all right? They didn't just send scrubs out to this island, right? I'm not gonna get into the island all the way, but just know it's gonna come back up and it's gonna be a big story point. These ants are problems, right? Part 2 is gonna be world establishment, right? The dungeons really did change the entire world, all right? So you gotta think, this isn't just Korea, this isn't just Japan. Dungeons and gates appeared everywhere, awakening a select few hunters and allowing even further few to gain abilities worthy of A, S, and higher. So keep that in mind. This world is dangerous. You think it's bad out here because you got random crazy people running around with guns? Imagine monsters potentially roaming the streets, all right? So they're living in very harsh situations, all right? So part 3 that we're gonna go over is the dungeon that Sung Jin-woo actually is a part of. So this is a standard dungeon. There is nothing out of the ordinary about this dungeon on paper, right? So it's normal for an E rank to be going into a dungeon of this level. And you know, they actually do have a good healer with them as well, which isn't always that common for dungeons of that level. But because she is there, it does allow him a little bit more leeway. With that, we're gonna go into the Hunter Association intro. We have the chairman of the association being introduced, and he kind of gives us a quick overview of essence stones and magic stones. Just for a little bit of clarification, they actually don't do this in the anime. A C rank and higher magic beast will get you an essence stone worth over 10 million won. So that's about $8,000 in US currency. Well, Sung Jin-woo is really only getting, you know, E rank essence stones at best, which are going for, you know, noticeably cheaper, right? So he's here for the money. He's trying to make a living. He's not making that much. They also do introduce the ranking system. We see a couple of people go through it. We know that there's a new S rank hunter, and her name is going to be Cha Hae-in. I may have said that right, I may have not. Don't butcher me, please. But she is one of the latest S-rank hunters in the Korea Hunter Association, Hunters Guild. And she's no joke. We get a little bit of a demonstration of her powers on some low-level scum on the streets. But, you know, gotta get something. And they also gave us a nice little bit of fan service, you know. Finally, we're gonna learn that the double dungeon is a trap. So they're all trapped in there. They can't get out. They are being oppressed by giant statues the likes of which none of them have ever seen. These are enemies that would easily take a rank team or S rank hunter to defeat, and they're just not equipped. It's just they literally, this situation is worst case scenario for all of them. There's no chance of survival, and that's why Sung Jin-woo was like, we're gonna fucking die. Oh my god. Overall, I think that the animation was superb. I think that the flow to the overall story was great. I think that a lot of people got hooked. I will say, I thought that Crunchyroll was gonna release the first 2 episodes, so I was a bit surprised that only 1 came out, and there are some people with gripes against that. They're saying it should have been an hour-long special, blah, blah, blah. I thought it was gonna be 2 episodes, so I kind of understand where you're coming from, but I do think that episode 1 still does an amazing job. I think that it really does keep people's attention, and I think that it's going to really lead a lot of people to want to read the manhwa, but also to continue the anime. If you liked episode 1, you're gonna love episode 2, and you're gonna love episode 3. It's gonna be amazing. All in all, I'm gonna give this episode a 8 out of 10. Really great, really nice. Can't wait to see more, and I think that the world can't wait to see more either. So with that, I bid you guys adieu. I'll catch you next week. Peace out.